Leading contenders right now with 132 laps down. In the Daytona 500, Schrader in first, Rick Mast in second. Field blazing away, making laps at about 190 miles per hour, but the pace of the race has been slowed by 5 cautions thus far. Most serious when Jody Ridley crashed hard coming out of turn number 2. Now you see a switch in positions for second place. Earnhardt has moved Rick Mast back to third, and he's going after Ken Schrader up on the point. Chevrolet's running in the first and second position here. Rick Mast in a Chevrolet maintaining the third spot. Chevys continue to dominate the number 33 car. Harry Gant is beginning to really make some headway in this race as well, having his Leo Jackson Oldsmobile up in fourth spot. Morgan Shepherd is fifth. Darrell Waltrip is back in sixth. Alan Kowicki is seventh. Jeff Bodine eighth. Phil Parsons is ninth. Rick Wilson is in the 10th spot. There you see Darrell Waltrip in that sixth position there. A little further back, there's Rich Petty in 43. Richard's having a 14th place run at the present time. After 350 miles of competition, the average speed is at, whoa, we've got trouble. Car number 73 out of control, spinning.
And you can see people there, and his car turns up on the side as he hits that bank on the inside. You can see the people who were working behind there, photographers, as they scrambled away as he headed towards them. Now we see the safety vehicles coming to him. So Phil Barkdahl getting in trouble here in the Daytona 500.
Well, that's the reason why that speed is so slow. That'll be the 7th caution of the day. Just nicking that wall and getting up on his side.
And this is going to work against Ken Schrader, who's getting great fuel mileage. Had that yellow not come out and Ken Schrader was able to go another 6 laps, he would have been able to finish the race on the gas he would take on. Now everybody gets that chance to even up on the fuel consumption.
The record for the race was 182 miles an hour back in 1985. So here in 1989, it's nowhere even a possibility we'll see any kind of run on that. These cautions have been out for a great period of time. Here's Dave Despain down on pit road.
Second place car, Dale Earnhardt on pit road, right side tires. They'll also go to the left side. Let's go down to Mike Joy.
Alan Kulwicki makes a 4-tire change, graduate of engineering, the University of Wisconsin, one of 2 college grads in this field, the other Brett Bodine. There are twice as many people working on this car full-time as last year, so Kulwicki's one shoestring operation is now half the size of most major teams, but he won his first race last year in Phoenix, and he's in the hunt today.
Here's Ricky Rudd coming out another time, or coming in is Ricky Rudd in car number 26. Kenny Bernstein team. They've had trouble ever since the 125s when they lost their regular car and went to their backup car.
And apparently someone heard in Sterling Marlin's pit crew. You can see the part of the Kenny Schrader crew is in there with him as well. So we don't know what the situation is. Here's concern, of course, still on the backstretch with Phil Barkdahl. They have righted the car now, put it back down on all 4 wheels. And Phil Barkdahl apparently is still in the car. There's Jake Elder, the crew chief on the Sterling Marlin car, sitting there with the headset on, wondering what's going on.
Talking to his driver. Replays.
Okay, here's Phil Barkdahl in the red number 72 on the inside of Rick Wilson in the yellow car on the outside. He goes out into him, touches him just very briefly, and sends him spinning around. Rick Wilson maintains control of his car, but Phil Barkdahl down in the grass spinning around, and that bank of dirt coming up, similar to where Davey Allison hit a little bit earlier, but he's hitting at a different angle. The front end of his car went into it, shot it up on the left side.
From another angle.
Okay, let's look at it here. Phil Barkdahl down on the inside, several cars on the outside, and look how sideways Rick Wilson gets, pushes them down to the way, out of the way of the other cars.
That's a remarkable handling job by Wilson. You can see Barkdahl's car come off the ground with the air gun underneath it. Shows you how important the aerodynamics are. Now let's down to Dave Despain.
Tommy Dees is a tire changer for Sterling Marlin's crew. As Sterling was leaving the pits, the air hose caught on the car and jerked Dees off his feet and onto pit road. Medical personnel just arriving. The ambulance is here. No word yet on how seriously Dees may be hurt. That's how he was hurt.
146 laps are complete. Thank you, Dave, for that report. And waiting on Phil Barkdahl, it looked like he went in rather easily, and there's an air hose hanging off the back of Morgan Shepherd's car. That's going to be costly.
Yes, it will. He'll definitely have to come back in the pits.
That's a dangerous whip back there.
Let's see what happened here as to how he came out of the pits with that on car number 70. Understand that we don't have one. We were told that we do, and that is not true. Car number 75, Morgan Shepherd. From inside Rusty Wallace's car, let's watch what happened to Phil Barkdahl. Looked like he just moved up.
Yeah, moved out into Rick Wilson, and apparently their tires got together because, as Chris mentioned, his car went off the ground. The back end went off the ground momentarily, and both of them going down to the inside of the track. We can see that Rusty Wallace has already passed the accident, and the others went to the inside.
Phil Barkdahl out of Phoenix, Arizona was involved in that Petty crash a year ago here at the 500. We're under caution. Let's see if we can get a word with Rusty Wallace in car number 27. Rusty Wallace, this is Ken Squire at CBS Control. Do you hear us? Again, we'll try to get Rusty Wallace. Ken Squire, do you hear us?
Yeah, Ken, I got you. Go ahead.
How are you doing out there? You've come 2 laps in the makeup. You've got 2 more to go. A bad break for you.
Well, it's you know, we had a left front wheel bearing tear up on us. I don't know if it was a bad bearing or what it was, but the guys got it fixed, and the car's running perfect. That last time I got a set of tires that was just real tight, and the car slowed down a lot.
Rusty, that was a real close call out there for you on the back straightaway. They'd backed up another 50 or 60 feet. You'd have had yourself in the middle of that.
I tell you, I couldn't believe it. The 73 car got running pretty good, but I knew it was going to happen because he was running a little bit faster in his capability, I think, and he just drove right into Rick Wilson and turned her over back there. It's just got to calm down a little bit out here.
Can you make up another lap out there, Rusty? Can you make up another 2 laps out there is what you need.
Well, I need to make up 2 laps, that's right. I just need a caution flags to fall. I got to get up there in the front. I got to get up with the leaders. And when the caution flag falls and they hit the pit road, I got to stay going. That's how I got my other 2 laps back, and that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Well, we'll be following you for the rest of the race. Good luck to you.
Well, thank you very much. I hope you're getting some good pictures, and I hope you're all pulling for me.